Have you ever had someone tell you that you look younger than your age? For example, they might say, "You look younger than you really are. What is your secret?" At first, only one person said it, so you figured they were just being polite, and you did not think much of it. But then, more and more people started saying the same thing. And at some point, you began to wonder, wait, why is that? Is it because of genetics? Is it because you take good care of yourself? Or could it be because of some other reason you have not noticed yet? Let us find out right now. Reason 1. You do not let stress wear you down. Have you ever noticed that there is always a certain type of person around you? Even though their life is full of ups and downs, their work pressure keeps piling up, and their family responsibilities come with countless things to worry about. They still manage to keep a bright smile and a relaxed spirit, as if there is no pressure at all. Take a friend of mine, for example. Her life is truly not easy at all. In fact, it is very demanding, with running a business and taking care of a young child. And yet, every time we meet, instead of complaining, she usually just laughs and says, "Well, I really am busy, but it is what it is. I will handle things as they come. Worrying all the time will not solve anything anyway." And you can see that her secret is that she never keeps heavy things bottled up inside. Once something is over, she lets it go. She does not bring frustration home, and she does not lie awake in the middle of the night with her hand on her forehead, overthinking everything. As a result, even though we are the same age, she always looks like she is 10 years younger than me. From a psychological perspective, when you let stress build up day after day, your body falls into a constant state of high alert and keeps releasing a hormone called cortisol. In moderate amounts, it helps you stay alert. But if you let your body stay flooded with cortisol for too long, it becomes like a toxin that destroys you from the inside. Cortisol's main target is collagen, the precious protein that keeps your skin smooth, firm, and elastic. Cortisol delivers a double hit. It breaks down old collagen fibers while also preventing the body from producing new collagen. That is why people who are often anxious tend to have sagging, dull skin and wrinkles that appear much earlier than their actual age. On the other hand, if you have the ability to let things go and rarely overthink too much, you may actually have a priceless filter that protects you from the inside. When your mind is calm, the level of cortisol in your blood stays as low as possible, giving your skin cells the chance to rest and regenerate more powerfully. Thanks to that, your skin is nourished in a healthy way, glowing with vitality from deep within. So, if you are someone who has the habit of letting things pass calmly, instead of choosing to carry stress all by yourself, then congratulations. You already have a natural anti-aging weapon that no expensive beauty product can replace. That youthful look comes from your own inner strength, from knowing how to keep your soul calm in the middle of life's storms. Reason 2. You smile often and do not suppress your emotions. Many people ask me how to keep their face looking fresh. I usually joke, just let your emotions flow. Because in reality, our face is like a diary that records everything we have been through. If you always hold back, stay guarded, press your lips together, or clench your jaw to swallow your anger, your face gets locked in that tense state. Over time, those repeated expressions can turn into lasting lines, making the face look tired, tense, and much older. I remember going to a class reunion and meeting old friends my age. Some of them were very successful, but their faces looked constantly exhausted. Their brows stayed slightly furrowed, even when they were having a pleasant conversation. That is because they had been forcing themselves to stay strong for too long. I am the opposite. I choose to live more freely. When something makes me happy, I laugh fully. When I feel sad or upset, I talk about it or find a healthy way to release it instead of locking it inside. This simple habit can be a powerful anti-aging remedy. When you laugh or release emotions, your brain produces endorphins, hormones that help relax blood vessels and soften the muscles in your face. Imagine your face as a rubber band. If you keep stretching it every day with tension and suppression, it will eventually lose its bounce. But when you know how to relax, your facial muscles get to rest, blood flow improves, and your skin looks brighter and healthier. That is why an open, honest emotional life can help protect your appearance from the marks of sadness, anger, and long-term tension. So, if you are someone who lives openly and does not like keeping frustration inside, that may be one of the biggest reasons you still look youthful without any complicated treatment. Just be yourself, because a free spirit is one of the best secrets to a face full of life. Reason 3. You live with passion and purpose. Think back to a time when you poured your heart into a project, or when you started learning something new that truly excited you. Even if you stayed up late researching and woke up early to keep going, somehow, when you looked in the mirror, you did not see a drained face. Instead, your eyes looked brighter, your energy felt stronger, and your face had a fresh glow that even normal rest could not always give you. That is the moment your brain is bursting with dopamine, the reward hormone that works almost like a powerful beauty treatment from within. When you live with purpose and the desire to achieve something, dopamine can support microcirculation under the skin. You can think of dopamine as a dedicated delivery worker, helping tiny blood vessels carry oxygen and nutrients to skin cells more effectively. That is one reason people may say you look 5 to 10 years younger than your actual age. But when you live without a goal, simply getting through each day, the body can become sluggish. When dopamine drops, circulation may become less active. The skin can look dull, and the eyes may lose their spark. That is when age seems to show on the face more quickly. So, if someone says you look full of energy, take it as a reward for not letting your soul retire too early. Passion is a rich source of inner vitality. It helps you succeed, and at the same time, it quietly nourishes your appearance. Because as long as you still have a reason to wake up excited every morning, time will have a much harder time leaving its marks on your face. Reason 4. You have truly loving relationships. Did you know that people with a rich emotional life and healthy relationships often have a much slower rate of cellular aging? This is partly linked to a hormone called oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. When you feel loved and feel like you belong somewhere, your mind becomes more stable, anxiety tends to decrease, and that peaceful state can increase oxytocin, helping protect your skin cells from within. Think about yourself after a weekend afternoon spent having coffee with close friends, where you can freely let go of your worries and laugh without holding back. Or simply think of the moment you come home and receive love and support from your family. If you look in the mirror right then, you may notice that your face looks brighter, your eyes sparkle more, and your skin has a natural glow that no cosmetic product can fake. These connections create an invisible protective layer for your appearance. When you spend time caring, listening, and building quality relationships, your oxytocin levels can stay more balanced. This helps reduce the wrinkles caused by anxiety and loneliness. So your youthful look is actually the bright reflection of a warm heart and a life filled with real connection. A soul that has a place to belong will always keep a fresh, youthful energy, helping your face stay full of life no matter how much time passes. Reason 5. You feel younger than your actual age. Here is an interesting truth. The way you define your own age can become the blueprint for how you look later on. Think about it. Have you ever been invited to do something active, like hiking, learning to dance, or simply wearing a more youthful outfit? And your first reaction was, why not? Instead of, "No, I am too old for that." The moment you refuse to label yourself as old is the moment you send a powerful message to every cell in your body. I am still young. Psychology studies have shown that people who feel about 9 to 10 years younger than their real age often have better physical health and a better appearance. This is connected to a mechanism called the interoceptive hypothesis. When you see yourself as youthful, your brain keeps reading internal signals, such as grip strength, walking speed, and recovery after fatigue, through the standard of a younger person. From there, it adjusts hormones and the nervous system to match that belief. As a result, you may keep a more flexible posture, a lighter walk, and livelier eyes, which are key reasons why others see you as younger than your actual age. Back to my class reunion. While some friends my age were complaining about back pain, dieting, or saying they were too old to change, I was still excited to talk about new plans and willing to try modern fashion styles. When you refuse to accept the stereotypes of aging, you avoid what I call psychological retirement. When the mind does not grow old too soon, the brain can maintain more gray matter in important areas, helping your expressions stay flexible and keeping your face from looking frozen by old habits. So the youthful glow you have is actually the reward for a limitless mindset. When you feel young and stay open to new experiences, you create a positive feedback loop. A young mind leads to young actions, and young actions help nourish a youthful body. Now you have the answer to the question many people still wonder about. Why do some people keep looking younger than their real age, even though time passes the same way for everyone? And as you can see, it is not just luck. It is the result of how you live every day. Not letting stress wear you down, staying honest with your emotions, having a passion to pursue, keeping loved ones by your side, and most importantly, believing that you are still young, still capable, and still brave enough to try new challenges. The most lasting kind of youth does not come from the outside. It always begins from within. If you have any questions, psychological concerns, or struggles in life that you have not found an answer to yet, leave your thoughts in the comments below. We can work through them together and answer them in the next videos. Goodbye, and see you again.